Alright, welcome to the channel, everybody. I am Aesop Grimm, and this is the continuation of my first journey compendium in Elden Ring. In this chronicle, we're doing the Crumbling Fair Missoula zone. I think this might end up being the last video. We'll see. If it's not, then the next video will be the last one. But I am working as Fia's Blood Assassin. I'm a Blood Dagger Arcane build. We're going for the Duskborn ending. And last episode we took down the Dragon Lord Placidusax. And so now we're going to move on with the rest of the zone. And I am currently level 163. And these are my stats. So with that, this is your first pause. I will go and check Fightin' Cowboys walkthrough guide. That's who I'm following. This entire compendium, guys, for anybody just jumping in this series, this is my first journey, right? So the goal for me is to basically, as much as possible, 100% the game. More importantly, fill my bags with everything that I can, in order so that I have max flexibility in New Game Plus. So that's what I'm watching Fightin' Cowboys walkthrough guide for, is to try to come as close as I can to those goals. Alright, stand by. Okay, we are apparently on our way to get a talisman, and I guess the final legendary armament that is available in the game. So we'll climb these stairs, make a U-turn up here and head this way. There's a guy for us to kill. Just ahead, off this ledge. Wake up! Okay, so there's a guy here too. Now these guys are actually dead, so I'm using my targeting ability to find the one that's not dead. What? That should have gone a little bit better than it did. That was weird. Get that smithing stone 8. This is where I paused it, so stand by. Okay, so there should be a ladder to take down right here. And if we go inside, is that called a portcullis? I don't think so. I don't know what to call that. But that structure, if you go inside it, it's like a giant gazebo. There are beastmen in there. We don't really want to draw them out because we are going to get invaded here. Oh yeah, by the way, I did respec. So oh, hold on. We're gonna have to handle this. I don't have enough points to cast my dragon spells. I'm 1 point shy. I'll show you how it panned out after this fight. Oh. That's a really big, that's a wide range. Okay, so I never really got to do my counter strikes. My timing was a little bit too cautious. Okay, so if we look at status, I took points out of, I think, endurance. I dropped endurance down to 30, and so that has pumped my arcane up to 76. But I didn't go to 24 mind, and I needed to. I'm at 23 mind. So a lot of those spells, I cannot cast them anymore. But we're doing better damage, and we're getting bleeds. The bleeds are hitting harder. And to compensate for the endurance, I remixed my flask. I went ahead and took the heal over time out. I feel like I got 12 health potions, you know, so I went ahead and put in the green spill crystal tier. And instead of the defensive Dragon Crest shield here, I swapped that out for the green turtle talisman, raises stamina recovery speed. That one was kind of a tough choice, so I'm not really sure. Well, I'll have to see how it plays out, but trying to reach 80 arcane, I think we're at 76, and it's worth dropping a little bit of defense for. So even Swarm of Flies I can't cast. Let's see if we can Reduvia this guy a little bit as he comes up to us. This is Bernal. Ow. What? Oh, I almost had him. Oh, that was a nice little dodge. Golly, it took forever for him to take the potion. That was a little unusual. That was a long delay that cost me my life there. Okay, try again. This guy seems like I should be able to beat him pretty easily. And it's just a matter of me getting my timing down. That's how I feel about this fight. How about we do that to get some more stamina going? Oh, nice. Follow up. Gotcha that time. Okay. Blasphemous Claw plus Devourer's Scepter. And the Beast Champion armor set. We'll take a look at all of this. Try it on. This. Were they weapons? One of them was a weapon. Devourer's Scepter. Oh, they both are. Was that the other thing that I got? Oh, that's a pretty cool look. They're both great hammers. Scepter in the shape of a serpent devouring the world, this weapon will one day become the very symbol of the Lord of Blasphemy, one of the legendary armaments. A vision of the future briefly seen by Rykard in his final moments after being devoured by the great serpent. Unique skill, Devourer of Worlds. Charge the scepter with magic and strike it against the ground to steal the hit points of all nearby enemies. Oh, wow, that sounds interesting. Beast Claw Great Hammer. Great Hammer with a striking end modeled to resemble 5 beastly claws. The black nails protruding from the golden fur are said to represent Sirash, Lord of Beasts, who went on to become King Godfrey's regent. I don't think this is the other one that we got. I'll have to check his video and see. It might have been a talisman or something. That's a pretty doggone nifty look, though. Okay, let me pause you then. I'll take a look at his video, find out what the other armament was, and also see what we do next. Stand by. Okay, the item that I was thinking of is called the Blasphemous Claw. So let's see if I can find that. Maybe it's not a weapon. Because he wasn't wielding 2 weapons. Would it be? I don't think so. It would have been right here. Okay, so it's not that. Is it a talisman? Blasphemous Claw. Oh, you know what? Let me pause you and I can research so that I'm not wasting all our time. Stand by just a second. Okay, I'm glad I went ahead and looked it up. This is where it is. It's a tool. So I'm looking in my inventory. And we can read, it says, a slab of rock engraved with traces of the rune of death can deflect the power of the black blade. On the night of the dire plot, Ronnie rewarded Praetor Rykard with these traces. Should the coming trespass one day transpire, they would serve as a last resort foil, allowing Rykard to challenge Malekith the Black Blade, the Black Beast of Destined Death. Okay, let's go ahead and switch back into our regular armor and weapons. Okay, so we're all set there. And what we have coming up might even be a tougher fight. It is 3 beastmen, 2 of which have shields. So I'm going to switch to the pole blade. And then in that chest is the talisman that I was referencing earlier. Okay. So far, so good. Easier than I expected. I was nervous about that fight. Old Lord's Talisman. So this improves buffs on you by 50%. So something like my last Tree Sentinel build, which has a lot of buffs, might benefit from that. But mostly you probably want something else. So we're going to go back to this grace site. And now, instead of coming up here and making a U-turn, I believe we're going to ascend these stairs and go straight ahead. Stand by, though. This is where I put it on pause. I can see that a mob up there looks like a tree sentinel on a horse. Stand by. I'll be right back. Okay, well, this dude's a bit of a nightmare of a fight. We might want to use the pole blade on him too, but I'm going to start out trying to use my daggers. That is what I'm built for. It's always the best option unless distance becomes an issue. Oh, it got me, darn it. Oh, really? Oh my gosh, man, I was doing great. And then all of a sudden, I was not breathing anymore. Well, I'm gonna have to I have to really watch my health. I think he stabbed down with his mace, and there must have been like some sort of AoE impact. I think I likely got hit twice. Maybe 3 times, and that's what did me in, but it didn't look like strikes. Probably gonna lose those runes. Got him. Oh, he hit me with that one? Okay, I thought I would get past it. Oh, darn it. This guy, I think my daggers can take him down, but I've got to learn when to dodge in and out. I'm going to have to find space for health because he's a caster also. I'm probably going to have to give these runes up. Let's go ahead and pop our cooldowns also, like my flask and stuff. Darn, I rolled right into it. Oh, that looks nasty. Oh, I knew I got greedy. Okay, let's give Pole Blade a shot just to see if it changes up the feel of the fight. I was trying to spam dodge and it didn't work out for me. Darn it, I'm a little bit late on everything. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh, that looks really terrible. Oh, lordy. Darn it. Finally. I think I probably could have done that with daggers. Malformed dragon helm, malformed dragon armor, malformed dragon gauntlets, and malformed dragon greaves. Let's check out what they look like, because they look really good. Oh man. Big beefy warrior types. I can think of so many new game pluses I would like to use some of these armors on, but then I would be playing melee all the time, you know. And then I've got that dragon shield also, actually. So theoretically could go with like a sword. Whoops. And then, oh, I don't have it on me though. It would be something like that. It's okay. I don't really think it's amazing. It'd probably look better with a cloak. Okay. There we go. Okay, and what I think is one of the downers for us with this series, we are not going to do this boss yet. Now, Cowboy's going to give some explanations why. There's some good reasons. But let me go listen to that so I can recap it for you, and then we have more left in this episode to do. He's actually only just over halfway through his episode. So stand by for me, I'll be right back. Okay, so the reasons are multiple, and they're good. For one, once we beat this boss, it will cover Leyndell and Ash. And at that point, we lose all of these grace sites. And because I haven't done it yet, that whatever it is that's required to do here to get me the Bolt of Granthix, that will not be available anymore. So that alone is reason enough to not fight Malekith yet. The other reason is that along with covering this area in Ash, everybody leaves the Table of Lost Grace here, the Round Table Hold. And Gideon is no longer friendly towards us. That's a problem because if he was our friend still, or he was still friendly towards us, then just like when we beat other bosses, when we come up here to the Halleck tree and we take down Melania, he grants us a really good protection against holy damage. It's like a spell that you can cast, which is quite useful, I guess, for the final boss of the game. But if we do Malekith now and Gideon becomes unfriendly towards us, we will not get that trinket from him, or whatever it is, incantation or whatever, after beating Melania. So we want to beat Melania first. And we also want to preserve our access to whatever fight it is that we would do over here to get the Bolt of Granthix, or Granix, or whatever his name is. Okay, stand by while I find out what else he does. I think he goes to Round Table Hold, and I need to see what he does there, so I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I have more to watch because most of what he does in the Round Table Hold isn't really applicable to me. But I did want to mention that I already have the Bolt of Granthix. So I guess he was saying if you haven't gotten it yet, if it gets covered up in ash, you're not going to get it. So for us, the applicable thing here is that we want to be able to talk to Gideon after defeating Melania. Okay, but he is about to go turn in the Placidusax rune. And he says it's a tough choice, so I'm going to find out about that. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to take the incantation.
You've done it, I see. What use do you have for me now? I am a finger reader. I will remain here until their dialogue ends and the fingers speak again. Do as you please. Take whatever course seems most worthy to you. Now you may go. You'd force this tired old crone to work, even now. Ah, harder taskmaster have I never met.
Okay, so this is the one. This is that laser beam incantation. I see that I will never be able to use that with this character. It's a faith requirement of 36. This sword right here has dex scaling. It will level up to B, B as in Bravo, for dexterity. But I'm going to go ahead and get the incantation, and I'll probably get everything else like in my preparation for New Game Plus before I actually start a New Game Plus.
Now, go forth. Do what you believe is right.
Okay, so from here, we are going to warp over to Jarburg. I have to find it. Jarburg is right around here. Yep, there it is. So we defeated Alexander, so we're probably letting the little pot know about that. I will be right back because I haven't seen it play out. I don't want to make any mistakes in dialogue. Stand by. Okay, so here we are. You can see he's up there. What that means is that this quest, it's not triggered for advancement. We have to make that happen. So we want to talk to him first.
Is smooth and but I
Okay,
wish
we've heard that dialogue before. So then we can come over here and just double check that the game has registered. I mean, we definitely did it, but let's just... You gotta treat this kind of like it's a bug. We want to come over here and talk to Dialos. He's right here.
A fool I may be, but I can look after some simple jars. Do you pity me?
So we've heard all that before. And now that that's done, we can warp back over to here, and we'll just look to see if that little jar is up on those steps. If he is, the quest has not advanced. Well, I see a jar up there, but it's not in the same kind of position. Guys, this is different than what Fighting Cowboy saw.
no wonderful dears. So smooth, silky.
Oh, he's sleeping. That's funny. So Dialos is seen as like their protector, right? That's what he's trying to do. So what we want to do then, because we want him to move from there to the middle of the road over here. You don't really have line of sight on the road, so you're looking for him to not be present. So we're going to push time forward. Until morning. And there he is again. Push till noon. Still there. Push till noon of the next day. Okay, back out of this. And do another 24 hours. There we go. That has cycled him forward to... The quest has now been advanced. And he is over here.
Oh, cuz, I'm glad you came. But we're fine now. Dialos fought the poacher, though quite a lot of us got broken.
Oh, man.
I won't cry, though. I'm a warrior jar. A warrior.
I feel sad for this kid. Let's see if he has any other dialogue.
The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. That's the kind of warrior I want to be one day, cuz. Even if I'm scared, I'll still fight to protect everyone.
Well, you don't want to protect bad guys, so be careful about that everyone statement.
The tale of House Hoslow. That's the kind. Even if I'm.
Okay. We got Hoslow here, who obviously is seeing better days.
You. Are the jars? Are they all right? Did I defend them?
You did a good job, bud.
Then all is well. This fool proved his worth in the end.
Okay. So, he joins his brother in the afterlife. How twisted would it be if we were still wearing his brother's armor? And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to pass time until noon. And that should allow us to loot Hoslow here.
The tale of House Hoslow is that's the kind of one who protects everyone.
Well, almost. No. No, perhaps I need to... another way that you can do this is fast travel. Okay, he's back up there on the steps. Get the mask. And a second Hoslow's Pedal Whip plus a Newman's Rune. So we can dual wield these whips now. Okay, that was the special ability. Okay, that's the spamming of the left button. That's a main hand attack. Here's the strong attack. I think this would be a really cool build if they ever get it where whips do good damage. Maybe they already have and I don't know it. But that paired with the Hoslow armor would look pretty nifty. Okay, so we'll go talk with the little guy up here.
Thanks for coming back, cuz. I've been thinking. It's time for me to set out on a journey. As a warrior jar. Upon the path of champions.
So he's going on the same path that his uncle did. And we will give him a gift to get started on that.
Cuz, are these insights from Uncle Alexander? Thank you, cuz I'm a warrior jar. so I need to be strong. I can really have them, right? I understand. I'll get strong. Strong enough. I deserve to have Uncle's insights.
So I'm sure Alexander would have appreciated that from us. That's actually, it's kind of twisted, right? But within this fantasy world and how these jars operate and what their culture is, I think we just did a really honorable thing to honor a friend's memory.
I don't think I'll see you again. When I set out, warriors are supposed to work alone. Goodbye, cuz. And thanks for everything. I'll never forget you, cuz. I'll never forget you.
Okay, so that wraps that quest up. Actually, we got to, let's fast travel. That seems to work the best. And we should see loot up there. I think he leaves us something. Yep. This is going to be a trinket that amplifies the damage that thrown pots do. And with that, we have wrapped up this quest line as well as this chronicle, guys. And that brings me to an explanation I want to give. We are going to put Elden Ring on pause for a minute. Now, it's not going to be very long. I believe I'm going to be I'm planning on picking this back up in January. But number one, I am really enjoying, kind of at my own shocking surprise, being back in World of Warcraft, and I'm having a lot of fun streaming that. Number two, I've been playing this game steadily for over, I think it's almost 2 years now. And number three, recent news has come out regarding the DLC for Elden Ring. First of all, it's going to be enormous from what we're hearing. And secondly, we're still quite a ways off, so I feel comfortable about how much time I have to complete this series that I'm doing, this whole compendium, and we're very close to being at the end. The next chronicle is going to be going over the Halig Tree. To my knowledge, that is the last zone of this game before doing the final boss fight and completing the first journey. So we're very close. But we're coming up on Christmas. For me, I am spending additional time reading the Word of God. I kind of take time out of the day to think about that, to count my blessings. This is a really important time of the year for me spiritually. I feel like I'm getting a lot of good stuff out of things, and I feel really kind of, I don't know quite how to describe this because it sounds funny in my own ears, but I feel really warm towards other people. So I think because of that, I'm really enjoying the streaming aspect. I'm having a lot of fun in World of Warcraft. I also have a Deus Ex stream going that also I'm putting on pause until January. So for right now, it's just going to be WoW, unless I decide to get into Crusader Kings as well, I might. But right now, I don't see that happening. And I just want to kind of focus on WoW and have that be about the only thing going on from now till Christmas. I also have football that I'm watching. For me, that's a big deal. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. You know, we got a big game coming up against the Bills, and we'll see how that goes. We're depending on if we do well in that, then I'm going to allow myself to start getting excited. But, you know, the picture I'm trying to paint for you is that I have a lot of kind of pokers in the fire, you know, so I'm going to streamline that a little bit by putting this series on pause. This is a great point to do that in. We will pick this back up in January. But until then, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I hope to see you in my World of Warcraft streams. I've been having fun. When people drop by and we start talking with each other, I think that adds, it makes it even more fun. So swing by and be a part of that. I haven't been in World of Warcraft for 14 years, and there's just a boatload of, my head is swimming right now with all the different versions of WoW you can play, and I'm trying to rediscover all this lost content. So You're welcome to join in if you want. I'm definitely not e-begging. I don't really do that, but I am saying I'm having fun playing the series, and it's additionally more fun whenever people swing by and we all start talking with each other about our experiences and everybody's sharing their stories and stuff like that. So just want to throw that out there, that that's available for you if you're interested. All right, guys, again, Merry Christmas. And I am Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. And I'll see you in the next chronicle for Elden Ring, where that story begins.